When I was 16, I decided that being myself wasn't enough. I started editing who I was. Bit by bit. Word by word. Smile by smile. I laughed at things I didn't find funny. I wore clothes that didn't feel like me. I hid my real opinions behind what I thought people wanted to hear. And on the surface, it worked. I fit in. I had friends. But deep down, I felt invisible. Because the person they liked wasn't me. It was a character I had created to earn their approval. It took me years to realize that the cost of pretending is always authenticity. And once you lose authenticity, belonging becomes an illusion. You can't truly belong anywhere if you're hiding who you are. The courage to be yourself isn't about being loud or rebellious. It's about being honest. It's about standing in your truth when every voice around you says, be something else. It's about saying, this is who I am, and meaning it. Even when that truth feels uncomfortable or inconvenient. We live in a world that celebrates uniqueness but quietly punishes it. From the time we're children, we're told to color inside the lines, to follow the script, to fit in. And by the time we're adults, many of us have become experts at pretending. We wear masks at work, at school, even in our friendships. We show the world the parts of ourselves that feel safe and keep the rest locked away. But here's the thing about masks. They might protect you, but they also suffocate you. You can't breathe freely while pretending to be someone else. Being yourself takes courage because authenticity makes you visible. And visibility invites judgment. It's far easier to stay hidden behind what's acceptable than to risk being rejected for who you really are. But real courage doesn't come from being fearless. It comes from choosing truth over comfort. Again and again. Even when your voice shakes. I remember my first real test of authenticity. I was in a meeting, surrounded by people who seemed more confident, more experienced, more certain than I felt. I had an idea, an unconventional one, and fear told me to stay quiet. But something deeper urged me to speak up, so I did. My heart was pounding, my hands were trembling, but I spoke anyway. And you know what happened? The idea wasn't perfect. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it started a conversation that changed the entire direction of our project. That moment taught me something powerful. Authenticity doesn't guarantee success, but it always guarantees growth. Every time you speak your truth, you become stronger. Every time you show up as yourself, you give the world permission to meet the real you. But let's be honest. Being yourself isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. Some days you'll stand tall in your truth. Other days, fear will whisper that it's easier to blend in. And on those days, I want you to remember this. Fitting in will never feel as good as being free. Think about the people you admire most. The ones who move you, inspire you, make you feel something real. Are they perfect? No. They're authentic. They have edges, quirks, contradictions, and vulnerabilities. They're human, and that humanity is what makes them magnetic. When you're yourself, not everyone will like you. And that's okay. The goal isn't universal approval. It's genuine connection. Because when you live truthfully, the people who are meant to be in your life will recognize you. They'll find you not because you fit in, but because you stand out. Being authentic will sometimes mean losing things. Relationships, opportunities, approval. But those things were never meant for the real you. What you gain instead is worth infinitely more. Peace. The peace that comes from no longer pretending, no longer performing, no longer apologizing for being exactly who you are. The courage to be yourself isn't just personal. It's powerful. When you stand in your truth, you create space for others to stand in theirs. Courage is contagious. Your honesty